Just, man, it's such great long-term storytelling done here with you guys. And I did want to ask, I'm not sure how much modern wrestling you watch. What do you think about modern wrestling as far as this kind of age of instant gratification, and there's really no dedication to long-term storytelling like this?
I'll let Kevin have that one.
I think the thing is, now that there's competition, that they're both so leery of anybody getting over because they're afraid to drop in the ratings at all. It isn't like when Jake and I were in our heyday that we're getting paid off for pay-per-views and we're getting paid off of the house shows. Now they're getting paid off of TV revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I don't think they see far enough out. I'm sure this is how Jake Miner works. So when he has an idea of an angle, he knows the end of the angle and backs it all the way up, whether it's 3 months, 6 months, or whatever.
That's how you do it right.
Yeah, you can't write a book unless you know the ending of the book.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. They're under the gun so much. But the wrestling itself, there's some terrific in Jake in our day.
Oh.
So the guys with some of them were the shits. I mean, it gets progressively better and better, and taste change. I mean, back in our day when we were kids, the guys that came before us were telling us, "Oh, don't do anything. Don't do anything." They didn't want it. So, I mean, I think there's some very good stuff out there.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you mixed a little bit of what we did with that, and then turn the knob back to maybe medium instead of hot.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
we could come to an agreement there. But storytelling's a lost art.
Yeah.
Right now, and the interviews have a lot to do with it, and so do the personalities. These guys come on television every week, and they're given that time, and that time is expensive.
Yes.
When you start talking about 10 minutes of TV, running your fucking yap, you better be pretty fucking good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately for AEW, they have 2 or 3 guys that can do it.
Yeah.
You got what the hell, Kenny,
MJF,
and Jericho,
and they're still telling stories. Jericho is. If you watch Jericho's, when he hooks up with somebody, he's going to be hooked up with them for about a month, and they'll come on every week and do something, and they'll build it.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way he runs, and I respect that. And I think AEW is very fortunate to have Chris.
Oh, I do too.
He's one of the better
and
storytellers around.
Bryan Danielson. I mean, they got some great talent.
Yeah, unbelievable talent.
I mean, I look at his work and I say, wow. And I mean, Omega. I mean, they got a lot of very good talent.
Yeah, Omega's pretty close to my favorite though. He's got something about him that's special.